Sydney Powell, accused of murdering her mother, is back in the spotlight as the Ohio Supreme Court hears arguments that future trials across the state. Candace Hare is live now with a look at what comes next. Candace, good morning.
Good morning, Dave. So after her mother died at their Akron residence in March of 2020, Sydney Powell was charged and entered a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity, claiming that a mental illness kept her from understanding the wrongfulness of her actions. And prosecutors say that Powell didn't automatically have the right to call her experts back to the stand because trial judges control how testimony is presented. But Powell's lawyers argue that the state's expert introduced new opinions that challenged her insanity defense, and they say the jury didn't hear the full story because her experts weren't allowed to respond. An appeals court later overturned her convictions, agreeing Powell should have had the chance to respond. And now the Ohio Supreme Court will hear arguments and decide how trial courts handle cases like this.
How do you balance these competing interests of trying to make sure that trials are held as expeditiously as possible, as smoothly as possible, come to a prompt resolution with the issues of a defendant's rights to put on their defenses? And the court's going to have to set that rule, and that will become the rule for all of the trial courts in Ohio.
Now, oral arguments are scheduled for 9 a.m. this morning, and Benza says that unlike trial courts that must keep cases moving, the Supreme Court in Ohio has no set timeline for issuing its decision, so it could take weeks or even months.
Yes, this could impact the future trials across the state for sure. All right, Candace, thank you.
Thank you.